Hey everybody, what is up? It is Blynn. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Yep, we're going to be doing another video about this Jeffree Star stuff because it's giving, there's quite a lot being said still about Jeffree Star online. Every drag queen in the world, it feels like, has come for Jeffree Star over his comments that he made on the Bussing with the Boys podcast. Sorry, I had to think of the name there. The Bussing with the Boys podcast that he did with this footballer, Taylor. Sorry, I can't remember his surname. But he did this podcast with this footballer. He went on there, said a lot of things about like non-binary people, among other comments that he made that were really kind of problematic on this podcast, where he was talking about Illuminati and all of this. And I was like, well, you're talking about all the Illuminati, like pretending you know what's going on. It was all kind of vague though, it wasn't like real in-depth stuff about the Illuminati. But when Jeffree made his comments about they them pronouns not being valid, of course there's been so much pushback online, which I love to see because it's messy, but also to me it's standing up for what's right. Nobody else has the right to tell somebody else how they should identify, I think. And I think it's right that everybody is now pushing back against what Jeffree Star said. Someone who I thought was really, really funny in doing this was Griffin Maxwell Brooks. Now, if you don't know who Griffin Maxwell Brooks is, don't talk to me, because Griffin Maxwell Brooks is hilarious on TikTok, Instagram, all of that. Hilarious. Anyway, I'm going to play you a TikTok that they put up because this made me fucking howl. This had me dying. I love it.
Into all the other bullshit, I think.
What other bullshit?
The they and them.
Yeah.
And all.
Who is going to tell Jeffree Star that all of the twinks that used to stand him in 2015 go by she, they now, As if the egregious racism didn't ostracize you enough, you're adding in that you hate non-binary people? Look in the mirror. You are a gay male beauty influencer. The call is coming from inside the Yak Slaughterhouse.
The Yak Slaughterhouse thing. Oh my god. That had me fucking going. The Yak Slaughterhouse. The call's coming from inside the Yak Slaughterhouse. I was like, that is brilliant. Why has nobody else said that? Why didn't I think of that? That is brilliant. I thought that was genius. Love it. That really made me laugh. And with the news being very dark and everything as it has been over the last kind of few weeks, particularly, we really need a laugh, right? And that little TikTok from Griffin Maxwell Brooks there just gave it to me. I was like, okay, get her, get Jeffree, go on. But something even more interesting was I've been seeing people putting up clips of Jeffree Star's old videos on Twitter, his old YouTube videos. Now, Jeffree has, of course, said he doesn't want to do YouTube anymore. He wants to do TikTok now, and he's getting good engagement on TikTok, because his views really did kind of drop on YouTube. Not that I'm one to talk about views because nobody's watching my little channel over here, but you know what I mean. For Jeffree Star, someone who was getting millions and millions of views, to then suddenly his views dropping and being 1 million views every kind of product launch for somebody with 16 million subscribers, that's quite low, So Jeffree, he's moved over to TikTok. He thinks his engagement is better over there. And now with these comments that he's made, that are sort of pandering towards the conservatives and that sort of vibe, I don't know if it's Jeffree really believes those comments. I mean, I'm somebody who was a fan of Jeffree for quite a long time, and I'm not ashamed to admit my mistake in supporting somebody who was problematic, and still I think is very problematic. I'm definitely not ashamed to put my hands up and admit that. I supported somebody like him by buying his makeup, watching his YouTube, all that stuff. I did that, so I can only put my hands up and say, yeah, I did support him because I wanted to try and see the good in him and hope that he would change. But I really don't think he has. I really don't feel like he's changed at all, because I think what we've seen, particularly the last couple of weeks, is that he is still trolling.
Well, I get asked all the time, even every day on my channel, you guys, I get comments, are you a guy? Are you a girl? Are you transgender? Are you trying to transition? What are you? And I don't even know how to answer that. Like, obviously I was born a male. I just feel like I'm Jeffree. Being someone that is like me, that is a guy that looks like a woman, right? I keep doing this because so many people are not into labels these days, and I love that. I'm all about that. You do you, call yourself whatever you want, whatever you believe in. I think that is the beauty and the freedom of, you know, living, is we can be whoever we want to be. I've always been into straight men, and the problem with that my entire life is I never found real love, because straight men behind closed doors, they love people like me.
So while I think that, yeah, there's some validity to what Jeffree was saying, of course there is, like about people like Jeffree being fetishized, you know, and sexualized, all of that. I do agree with that, with what Jeffree said there. But like this old clip from Jeffree's YouTube channel proves that Jeffree knew exactly what he was saying in saying, oh, they, them pronouns, you know, aren't valid. They, them pronouns are made up. People made it up when they were bored, in their bedrooms, on the pandemic, all of this, you know. Jeffree knew exactly what he was doing. So this proves to us, right, that he was just trolling. So it's either he was trolling back then on his YouTube channel, when he was trying to sort of cater to, you know, the weird crowd, anyone who was other. It's either he was trolling then, or he's trolling now by pandering to the conservatives. One of the two, you know, absolutely one of the two. Like, will the real Jeffree please stand up? Because one of these people is trolling. You know, it's like Jekyll and Hyde here, two different people. And let's not forget as well, Jeffree Star turned up in 2020 with a fake boyfriend going by the name of Andre Marhold. Do you guys remember this, right? Jeffree Star turned up, fake boyfriend, Andre Marhold, the NBA player. Oh yeah, he was a basketball player, you know. So this guy, POC guy, Andre Marhold, he was a basketball player, according to Jeffree. He was his boyfriend. And then, do we all remember what happened with Andre Marhold? Oh, Jeffree decided to say that Andre had stolen like Louis Vuitton luggage off him and all this stuff. So Jeffree in 2020 was still perpetuating the stereotype that, you know, black men are just going to come in and steal off you and leave. So tell me how. This is where I want to know. The people that say Jeffree has really changed, he's not the same Jeffree as he was in the MySpace days. Tell me how Jeffree has changed when in 2020 he popped up with Andre Marhold, the POC boyfriend, as if to say, oh, I can't be racist, I'm going out with a POC guy. And then he blamed that POC guy for stealing from him. Then Andre, the POC guy, went on an interview and he said, oh, you know, Jeffree still says racist things. Jeffree's racist about Asians, all the rest of it. It was a whole mess. So, like, was that all a troll as well? I think so. I do. I think Jeffree was trolling about having a boyfriend then. I don't think that Andre was Jeffree's boyfriend, because a few weeks later, I found out that Andre was like an OnlyFans dude. He was on there making videos, content with other dudes. So Andre was some dude that Jeffree had picked up off OnlyFans and been like, oh, do you want to do this with me? Bit of trolling, you know. So then aside from Jeffree still being racist in 2020, now he's still trolling about guys that he's seeing, you know, all of that. He's still doing that, kind of saying, oh, I'm with this NFL player, and putting up pictures online, trying to get people talking about him. He's still trolling about the fake boyfriends, right? So that's all a little bit weird, you know. But now he's been saying things like, oh, you know, it needs somebody like me who looks like me to call out these non-binary people who, you know, go with these made up they, them pronouns. Because, of course, Jeffree is a man who wears wigs and dresses and everything else, you know, that's typically, stereotypically female, you know. So he thinks it needs somebody who's him, a cross-dresser, basically, to call that out. Because if straight guys call it out, then they're just going to be called homophobic and transphobic. But now Jeffree has ended up being called transphobic too by a lot of people. So I think it's kind of backfired on Jeffree. I don't think he thought it was going to go this way, but it did, because this is the one thing that people have zoned in on and decided to talk about. Then you've also got the fact that Jeffree took to his Instagram again yesterday to kind of re-establish the fact that he's male, talking about facial hair, all this stuff. It was messy. Messy.
Hey everyone, I'm about to do a TikTok transformation in a little bit, so we're keeping my facial hair. And do you want to know why I have facial hair? Because I was born a male.
So only men have got facial hair, so that's a big FU to any non-binary people there with that one. And it's also a big FU to any women who suffer with PCOS too, you know. And I don't say that to be mean. You know, even me, when I was at school, like, I had hair on my upper lip and stuff, and people would bully me about that and call me names for that. You know, that's not a big thing at all, you know. But at the time when you're young and people bully you over stuff like that, it really makes you insecure about it. And, you know, at the time it does get you down. But, like, it's not until you get a little bit older that you sort of learn to go, oh, well, you're the one with the problem. F you, you know. But, like, Jeffree, again, being very narrow-minded and sort of pandering towards the conservatives there with his, oh, look, I've got facial hair because I'm a male comments.
Oh my god. The last week has been crazy. A lot of things have been going viral on Twitter and on a lot of political Instagram accounts. No, I'm not doing any more interviews, bitch. You'll see me on the next big podcast in a few weeks. And when y'all see who I'm collabing with, oh, bitch, it's nuts. But hello, everyone. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm staring at all my amazing yaks out the window. Miss Goddess. Oh my god, yes, we can. We're about to have some crazy snow. So we're at Miss Thing. And look at that facial hair. Hi, it's giving male. I remember I used to be so insecure about having facial hair. I got laser hair removal for 10 years, so I could never actually ever grow a full beard again. So this is what we're getting. But you guys, hi, how are you? Now, I have my employees flying in. We have a lot of content that we're about to film, and a lot of reviews. I have over 40 makeup products that I bought and that are brand new, a lot of hot topics and trending things, and then a lot of really cool transitions. TikTok is so fun. I never embraced it, but bitch, we're embracing. And you know what this week has taught me? Let me give y'all one more lesson. Don't back down. If you genuinely just feel something and it's your opinion, don't let anyone sway you. Because for some reason, I didn't think I said anything bizarre, weird, offensive. Bitch, I just kept it real. And I said what millions of people are thinking, but they're too afraid to say because we live in this crazy culture where everyone has to tiptoe. That's what killed the beauty community. Minus those two fucking idiots that tried to ruin my career.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Those two effing idiots who tried to ruin his career. So I want to touch on that because, of course, Jeffree's talking about Tati Westbrook, James Charles. We all know because of Dramageddon 2, that is exactly who Jeffree's talking about. And this tweet from somebody called Janken on Twitter is somebody who follows me. This is a really good point that I want to talk about in this video a little bit. Jeffree essentially blaming Tati Westbrook and James Charles for the reason that he's not been doing well on YouTube, the reason that, like, the beauty community have pretty much kicked him out. So this tweet from Janken is Jeffree talking about the two people who ruined his career as if anyone told him to do collaborations with them and, you know, make a friendship with them and all this. And then Jeffree, of course, we all remember, went and used information about James Charles, or alleged information about James Charles, saying that he had this, you know, voice note what James Charles had done something, like essayed somebody, you know. Now, of course, what this person Janken is saying here in this tweet is that, you know, that should never have been drama. It should never have led to Dramageddon 2. Jeffree should have, of course, taken that to police and dealt with it properly.
What killed the beauty community was everyone was so afraid of being canceled. They stopped having fun. They stopped being witty. They stopped being sarcastic. Humor, dead. Bitch, the fuck? I'm gonna be me forever. So I think you guys know that. Thank you for sticking with me. It's been a crazy ride and a crazy journey. Don't fucking back down. You know how many people have harassed me and come out of the woodwork this week, bitch? But the millions of people that support me, you guys are what make it worth it and why I do what I do. So, bitch, never let them take your thinking cap on, Miss Thing.
So, end of the day, Jeffree is still defending himself and his comments, which I still do believe were transphobic and were targeting like some of the trans community. I do believe he did that, you know. He's still going with that narrative, you know. So many queens and people on social media have called him out for this. And basically now everybody's just kind of getting to the point where they're saying, okay, we'll stop giving Jeffree attention because this is what he wants. All press is good for him. Let me know all of your guys' thoughts. Let me know what you think about anything in this video. I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. Sorry I look like this because, you know, obviously this is like work day, weekday makeup and stuff. So this is how I look during the week when I get home. Put this on because, like, honestly, my roots are disgusting. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.